once again, I feel the need to point out that my job description says bridge builder, not miracle worker. I don't know why they constantly expect me to be able to turn dangling garbage into fully drivable infrastructure. But I think I might be onto something here. Maybe we can do something like that, and then throw on some triangles and pray? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being religious, but like, Jesus can't take the wheel here. He's not forklift certified. And you really don't want your structural engineer to be throwing out Hail Marys when you're getting ready to drive across open water. But I'm sure it's holy water, which would make that forklift a witch. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Polybridge 3, the only game where if you build the right bridge and bring a couple of bucks, your buddy Bubba will do big backflips. You know, it's funny, people are always complaining about how truck drivers throw their piss jugs out the window, but could you imagine if he didn't? Like, after just a couple of runs, I swear his cabin would look like backstage at an R. Kelly concert. Speaking of pissing off the law, some of you guys may remember that in this series, I have been doing my absolute best to embezzle as much of the bridge building funds as possible. Like, I think I've managed to weasel away about $168,000 of taxpayer money that would normally be spent on stuff like materials, safety inspections, all that boring, unnecessary crap. And that was fine when the bridges were simple, but now we're moving on to the Rustic Barrens, where, I mean, I'm just gonna throw it out there. If an engineer measures the difficulty of a task in sheep, then maybe don't trust the infrastructure. This is a level called Pre-Planned, and once again, the guy who had my job before me was a master at not building bridges. Like, what the hell even is this? It's just pavement dangling over a chasm. And let me guess, once again, I don't have a receipt, so I can't get the money back. I guess we're just gonna have to work with it. It blows my mind that the dude can throw up something that looks close enough to a bridge and then dust hands and walk away, okay? I may be evil, but I'm not, like, purposefully drowning your kids evil. I think this should be symmetrical, so maybe we can flip it, do something like that, and I mean, it might be good enough. There's only one way of finding out. Oh, you know what? That looks pretty good. And these are light little cars, which means hopefully they float. I really like the way that this looks. Please be cheap. Please be cheap. Please, please, please. If I do something like that, then... Oh, I'm missing parts. Hold on. That's gotta go there, and that's gotta go there, and that's kinda cheap, right? If anything, we could bring this down. It doesn't need to be so big, right? Make it a bit more of a pointed top. Okay. I mean, I don't see anything immediately wrong with it. It's got steel now. Like, maybe you guys could go one at a time or slow down on the back half. It blows my mind that they can go up it and it's fine, but it's the downhill that's causing me issues. It's this one little troublemaker, and like, I don't know what I can do to help you. Oh, wait. What if we got rid of that there, and then did the string on just this side, right? Would that, I mean, it's not the most inexpensive, but it should be okay. And then I don't need you, or either of you. Oh, okay. I'm kinda liking this. Yeah. Oh, that might actually be one road too wide, or not. I can't believe that actually worked. Again, you love to see the high 90s stress, to be honest, because it means I'm really pushing it to its limits. Top 19%, for the sake of moving on, I'll take it. That's some good money in my pocket. Could we just not with the extra heavy vehicles today, please? This is a level called Diamond in the Rock, and like, hear me out. What if we take a portion of the bridge building fund and pay both of these drivers to dump their crap in the desert back there, then turn around and go home? Okay, they don't need a bridge. The extra kick in the pants is that the diamond isn't even, like, something dug up by an African child. It's this doohickey here in the middle of the cavern that I'm assuming I'm gonna need to use. I mean, normally I would like to build an arch here because it's so much stronger, but this is super conveniently placed, right? It's gonna be just the right distance. Yeah, I think that's how we're gonna have to work this. Well, I may have infinite steel for this build, but I do love my throwaway 2x4s. I swear, these things are warped like a hockey stick, too. I get them from the local Home Depot real cheap. And I'm thinking, that's $16,000. That's a lot of money to spend on a bridge when you really think about it. They should consider that before going for a swim. Well, I'm noticing that we don't have any funny points on these cliff sides to grab onto, so what if I cut this off and then flip it and put it on the bottom? That way I might be able to do something like this. And then you know what? I don't like this part right here. I think, oh, I can't replace that? Are you kidding me? That's the part that's gonna break. I'm calling it right now. That little piece of wood there in the middle is what's going to snap. Oh, okay. Shooting up to 96% or even higher. Yeah, almost 97%. Wow, okay, I'm actually really impressed that that worked. I mean, top 13%, should I run it back? Those were some real juicy triangles. All I'm saying is that I could save literally dozens of dollars by doing something like this. Maybe not the greatest idea, but I do like it. Yeah, something like that. It's still a good-looking bridge, and I still have faith. There you go! Yeah, okay. I'm always just assuming that if they can get past the halfway point, then I'm in the clear, but sometimes the bridges just straight up refuse. That's definitely better though, right? It must have been. I saved money, stress went up. I'm gonna take that cash, we're gonna bank it. I think my bosses are starting to try to get cute on me. This is a project called On the Ropes. And like, I don't care how forklift certified you are, that isn't a bridge. That cannot become a bridge. That is debris hanging from a cliff. Once again, I feel the need to point out that my job description says bridge builder, not miracle worker. I don't know why they constantly expect me to be able to turn dangling garbage into fully drivable infrastructure. But I think I might be onto something here. Maybe we can do something like that, and then throw on some triangles and pray? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being religious, but like, Jesus can't take the wheel here. He's not forklift certified. And you really don't want your structural engineer to be throwing out Hail Marys when you're getting ready to drive across open water. But I'm sure it's holy water, which would make that forklift a witch. Oh, I think I see where we went wrong. It couldn't be this simple, could it? If we connect here instead, that might be it, because I've never actually used a structure like this before, but it makes sense. The bridge is pushing down and then it's being transferred into the wall. So it's the same as doing something like that, except in this case, it gets to be extended out further towards the middle of the bridge when you have a big gap. I kinda like that. I can't imagine that's gonna be that simple, but that's a dramatic improvement. That's crazy. Like, literally switching one connection point, and you go from complete failure to 94% stress and top 29%. Could I do it any cheaper, though? Usually when I'm crossing a big distance, I want to do an arch like that, which might honestly work in this case, but then I can't use these things. But if I do an inverse arch, then I would save quite a bit of money on steel, right? And the triangles might remain largely the same? Yeah. Yeah, I think we're onto something. I don't know if that's less road or not. I should have taken notice, but I mean, I might not even need steel. I might just be able to, oh, that's really close. If we could get that like just within range. Oh, it is, okay. Yeah, something like that. That's gotta be cheaper than the steel. And then, because all of these triangles are now on the inside and arched, they should be quite a bit stronger, so I might not even need them to be as big. Is that symmetrical? Can we squeeze you in there? Is that cheaper? Oh, that's a lot cheaper, isn't it? I can't remember where I was at. I mean, we'll find out. If it falls apart, then it doesn't matter, but if it doesn't, then I'm on to something. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I always catch myself making the noises. I love the fact that we have just the number going up and down. I turn stress off so you can't see it in individual places, and there's just something about that tickles me the right way. Okay, top 5% is definitely an improvement. I wonder if I can make those triangles any smaller without having the whole thing fall apart. I don't think these guys on the ends are really doing anything, right? They're not all that important. They're kind of the black sheep of the family because they're being supported by this so well. It's really only the stuff outside in the middle that I'm worried about. And I can't, like, make this any shorter or anything, no? Okay, well, it hasn't fallen down right off the bat, so that's already a good start. But, oh, no, it's not gonna work. I'm getting too greedy, okay? We're gonna take the money, we're gonna move on to another bridge. I can't keep doing the same one over and over again. It feels like it's right there. It's so tantalizing to squeeze those extra few dollars out. This is a level called rerouting, and I'm not even sure what that's supposed to mean. We've got ourselves a police officer. Does it want me to reroute him to the bottom of the lake? Because, I mean, I can. Wait, this is weird. Wait, because he needs to get to this midway checkpoint, but the road that I've already been given, I can't get rid of, and it's completely useless, right? I'm gonna have to build my own road, hence rerouting. Oh, I'm getting it now. And like, my first instinct is to do something like that, you know, build a ramp so that he can get up to it and then smash his front bumper off of the rest of the bridge and have the whole thing shatter. Yeah, maybe we'll avoid that half hour of pain and struggling. I think I'm just gonna have to build an entire second bridge. Weirdly enough, right? Like, if I built that over top, then it's strange, but I guess it could work. Actually, what I should say is that I know it will work, it just seems wasteful. I have it just the right height too, so I can string this together with wood, and then there's no way that's gonna do it, right? Because I'm not sure if the bottom bridge is holding up the top bridge or the top bridge is holding up the bottom bridge. There's definitely a possibility that, I was gonna say neither are holding up one another, but they kind of held in it for a second until the cop kind of came rolling in and escalated the situation. Maybe we just need, like, a little bit more support? You know, a little something like that. They gave me these points down here for a reason, I'm assuming, and I could spring for a little bit of steel. We're still super under budget. That feels pretty good. Yeah, and dude, where's the rush, okay? You're not gonna stop a bank robbery out here in the middle of the desert. Could you slow down a touch? Maybe we don't need all this metal. That's so much money, and I've seen ways where you can kind of do this. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that little wishbone that we saw earlier. You can kind of finagle it to look a little like that. Is that significantly cheaper than the metal? Yes, quite a bit cheaper. And, oh, the bridge is already, when it starts at 75%, which is where your last bridge ended, you know it's gonna be a bad time. It is that one tiny piece that I was talking about. Essentially, the whole weight of this bridge is going through this single 2x4, so if we get rid of both of those, we could replace them with steel, right? It's such a short little piece of steel. It's only a couple $100. Not a big deal, but it might make a pretty big difference, or a colossal difference. It blows my mind that it can go from 100% stress, the whole thing crumbling, to 82%, and we're good to go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna take that cash. Dude, I don't know where a fire truck and a golfing sheep need to be at this time of day, but I promise you it is, well, probably not the bottom of this river. This is a level called Faulty Foundation. I'm guessing because that middle column doesn't have anything for me to build off of, which is just peachy. Oh, no, there is a point for me to build off of. So why is it called Faulty Foundation? Is this thing gonna collapse? Is there a problem with me building over to it? Because it seems fine. Okay, we have a sheep path, and there's really no other option for that. And then going across here, oh, I'm seeing the problem. I'm assuming that's probably not gonna be a big enough gap for a sheep to squeeze through. Right? Yeah, because he's 2 squares tall, and then this is a square and a half, so I gotta screw around with the top. It can never be easy. Stupid sheep ruining everything. So this needs to be around here-ish? Swear to God, if I build a bridge and you bump your sheepy head off of this, I'm gonna be pissed. I guess this is supposed to be another one of those scenarios where the lower bridge supports the upper bridge, but like that's really concerning. The upper bridge is the one that's kind of rolling around with a freaking fire truck, so I'm gonna try to do my best to make it so that it's supported on its own. Oh, this is such a mess. Then this can't reach, so I need to do something like, oh, this is, what am I doing? It's so ugly. You know what? I don't care. We're gonna try it out. Eventually, wait, why can I, ooh, that's weird. I can move the foundation kind of, sort of, sometimes. There's something missing here, right? Oh, it's these. Yeah, there's gotta be something there and something. This is not cheap in the slightest. I feel like it's gonna be rock solid though, right? Well, we'll do a proof of concept. As long as the sheep can... You see? That's exactly what I was worried about. We'll leave just a little bit more headroom for our annoying sheepy friend. But then the biggest concern is gonna be supporting the top bridge, right? If anything, this bottom bridge, it's not really a bridge when you think about it. It's kind of like 2 smaller bridges. And then we're moving such a small little guy. He's just one little farm animal, then something like that is probably overkill, to be honest. Should be able to, like, just like that. That's all right. Now, the top one is gonna be the problem, and I don't really want to have to support it with the bottom one. I'm just afraid that's gonna complicate things. Like, can't I just do something like this? You know? Like just a bunch of triangles. It's kind of been my motto. Can try to put you over here somewhere. Yeah, okay. And then connect them in the middle, and we have 2, maybe 3 separate bridges. I like it. Now, as long as you can get through the hole, okay. Like, not even 50% stress. So the sheep is more than taken care of. You, however, are a touch of a problem, because you don't just break one bridge, you break everything on the way down. Every time I use big wooden triangles, I think that looks so nice. There's no way that would fall apart. And then I'm usually instantly proven wrong. Oh, I didn't think about how much horsepower an electric golf cart driven by a sheep would have, but fortunately, that didn't screw anything. Oh my God. So putting the triangles over the top makes a significant difference with that kind of arch, I suppose? Because, yeah, top 47%. Do I want to keep messing around with it? I don't know. I feel like there are other solutions here on the left. What's interesting about them is it doesn't say where they placed. So these could be super expensive options. I can already tell just by looking at them. Some of them are way more expensive than what I did. But they sometimes, you know, they get the brain juices flowing. They give you ideas. I don't like it. I don't like this bridge. There is one other option that I was tempted to try, and it's this, like, strange cross buttress formation. It's the joke that I've been making that who's holding up who, you know? Is it the top bridge holding up the bottom bridge or the bottom bridge holding up the top bridge? And like, it looks good on paper, you know? But it still just feels bad. It's quite inexpensive, but oh no. Oh, I didn't think, okay. All right. Yeah, you know what? Put the pedal to the metal, really got there in the end. Praise the sheep. Now, you've technically got 2 bridges holding you up, so that worked shockingly well. Like really well. Like 57% stress. Well, what the hell? I'm tempted to start cutting out pieces of this bridge and just seeing what happens. Like if we got rid of both of those, they didn't seem to be doing a whole lot. Maybe we don't even need all of this. What if we just did like that, but then take these away? Does that make a big difference? That's saving another $1,200. Again, sheep, you're pissing away my time here. Only got so much time per episode, my guy. How we looking? Ooh, oh my god! Oh my god! 99.8% stress, top 2%, let's go! I take it back, I love this bridge. Man, it is crazy how much one extra sheep of difference can make in the difficulty of these levels. That being said, they are still doing a little bit of hand-holding. They've got kind of like pre-established bridges in some places to hint at what you're supposed to do. Mind you, I'm the kind of person to actively go out of the way not to do it, but I still made a whole bunch of money today and feel very good about it. So if you guys want to see more Polybridge 3, as always, be sure to leave a like on this video. Leave a comment letting me know, what do you want to see more of? The end of Rustic Barons? Another campaign section that may be more interesting? I have no idea what to expect. But thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.